up, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist. Welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. It's episode 3 now, so, as you remember, in the last episode, we continued through that spooky house near Boston and encountered something horrible, and now we're here, taking on a new case several years after that in this strange town of Innsmouth, which some of you who read H.P. Lovecraft will probably recognise from his one of his most signature stories, The Shadow over Innsmouth. That story is actually where our reading actually comes from for today, and it goes something like this. This is from The Shadow of Innsmouth, everybody.
Anything fog like this since...
I might want to actually just move out the way to get him to stop talking, otherwise he's going to interrupt me. Let's go in here to do that. Shut that door. So, our reading for today comes from The Shadow over Innsmouth, and it goes something like this. It was a town of wide extent and dense construction, yet one with a portentous dearth of visible life. From the tangle of chimney pots, scarcely a wisp of smoke came, and the three tall steeples loomed stark and unpainted against the seaward horizon. One of them was crumbling down at the top, and in that and another there were only black gaping holes where clock dials should have been. The vast huddle of sagging gambrel roofs and peaked gables conveyed with offensive clearness the idea of wormy decay, and as we approached along the now descending road, I could see that many roofs had wholly caved in. There were some large square Georgian houses too, with hipped roofs, cupolas, and railed widows' walks. These were mostly well back from the water, and one or two seemed to be in moderately sound condition. Stretching inland from them, I saw the rusted grass-grown line of the abandoned railway, with leaning telegraph poles now devoid of wires, and the half-obscure lines of the old carriage roads to Rowley and Ipswich. The decay was worse close to the waterfront, though in its very midst I could spy the white belfry of a fairly well-preserved brick structure, which looked like a small factory. The harbour, long clogged with sand, was enclosed by an ancient stone breakwater, on which I could begin to discern the minute forms of a few seated fishermen, and at whose end were what looked like the foundations of a bygone lighthouse. A sandy tongue had formed inside this barrier, and upon it I saw a few decrepit cabins, moored dories, and scattered lobster pots. The only deep water seemed to be where the river poured out past the belfried structure and turned southward to join the ocean at the breakwater's end. Here and there the ruins of wharves jutted out from the shores to end in indeterminate rottenness, those farther south seeming the most decayed, and far out at sea, despite a high tide, I glimpsed a long black line, scarcely rising above the water, yet carrying a suggestion of odd latent malignancy. This, I knew, must be Devil's Reef. As I looked, a subtle, curious sense of beckoning seemed superadded to the grim revulsion, and oddly enough, I found this overtone more disturbing than the primary impression. So that's our extract. Nice long one to get us into things. Okay, it's time to start investigating this town. So, the reason we're here is because we have a case that we have to start looking for. The manager of the First National Grocery Store has gone missing. The regional manager suspects something weird's going on because the story from the local police doesn't add up.
It won't open.
But let's get looking round, seeing what we got. There is a save point over there. I use that to save between episodes.
Nothing of interest.
Let's just have a look around, actually.
Nothing of interest here. A dusty assortment of old books. They haven't been read in a long time. I'm a detective, not a librarian. A small wooden clock.
Okay, yes. We have to look around, examine things. We'll go outside and look around in a minute. But let's see what's going on around here.
It won't budge.
Oh, is this... nothing? Ah, hello there.
Evening.
Hi.
The name's Jack Walters. I'm just visiting.
You don't say, sir. Gilman. Charlie Gilman. I run this here hotel of an evening.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
Okay.
Hello again.
Yeah?
I'm after directions to the First National Grocery Store.
And I'm busy, so stop your pestering me with questions.
You don't look particularly busy.
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast.
You sure?
Hello, Gilman.
What do you want now?
Strange thing about that Burnham lad.
Burnham? Kent Riley says I know what you're talking about.
That's odd. He was all over the Arkham press. Must have been a bit of a local scandal.
Them's matters for the police, stranger. Innsmouth's not a town for rumoring and talking.
Interesting that,
That fellow was just stringing me along with a lot of nothing about nothing.
No, just gonna say, interesting that you say, you act like you don't know this who Burnham is, and then suddenly you say, oh, that's a matter for the police. How do you know it's all about police, matey?
How's business?
Can't you see I'm busy? Stop bothering me with your talking.
Sorry.
Aye, I'm plenty sure you are.
He's not gonna be any help, and only a crazy fool would spend the night.
Can I get under? There's actually a key there. I don't think we can get to that. Ugh. Spooky noises in the background.
Stop your snooping.
Oh.
And there's for hotel staff only.
Okay, we're not going there then.
It won't open.
Anything upstairs?
It's locked. Can't see anything of use. Nothing of interest. A dusty assortment of old books. It won't open. The radiator's cold. It won't open.
Okay, what's that? No, it's nothing. It's just a piece of cloth or something over the balustrade. That's what we got to do. Let's go outside, everybody. We need to start doing our investigation. So we're not going to get anything from him, clearly. So what's going on out here, where the bus was? What about the bus driver? The creepy old bus driver. How are you doing? Here.
Could you direct me to the First National Grocery Store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
The First National's a large chain. You sure you haven't seen it?
I'm sure. Stop bothering me with questions.
Okay, well, he's not doing anything. Bus. Jack, anything to say about the bus, Jack?
It's the bus from Arkham.
Yep.
It's the bus from Arkham.
Okay, right. You're not going to say anything then. Ah, what about this guy? This guy looks fairly normal.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Please, stop bothering me, stranger.
Okay, he just cut me off completely. What about this guy? Ugh. Hello there.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
Kent Riley says I know him.
Okay. You're not saying anything. Oh, what's this?
These posters are everywhere. Miracle cures. More like some con trying to make a fast buck. These posters are everywhere. It won't open.
That won't open. What do we got here? Innsmouth Poorhouse in in memory of Lady Warnes.
The sign says, Innsmouth Poorhouse,
Okay.
in memory of Lady Warnes.
You just said what I just said.
It's locked. The sign says, Innsmouth Poorhouse, in memory of Lady Warnes.
Okay, there's a headless statue in the middle of the town. Let's have a look.
This statue commemorates the men who fought in the Revolutionary War. It's seen better days.
You don't say.
This statue commemorates the men who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Let's see.
It won't open.
Can I say something about that?
It's a variety store, and it's closed. It's a variety store, and it's closed.
Oh god, Jesus. Bloody hell, mate, don't sneak up on me like that. What have we got? Federal Street, Northwest Fall Street, South Street, Dock Street. Ah, but this appears to be closed off with a police line. What about down here?
It's locked.
Oh.
It must lead to the back of the variety store.
Well, we're not going down there anytime soon, clearly. What about this guy, this police officer here? Did you say anything?
Excuse me, Constable. Jack Walters.
Robes. Alien robes. What you want?
Could you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No, not at all. I'm after directions to the First National. I hear they have a store in town.
Innsmouth don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
Okay, he's not very welcoming.
What happened here, Constable?
Nothing.
Oh, swell. You can let me pass then?
No. You'll have to go another way.
Constable Ropes,
What you after now?
you ever meet Brian Burnham?
I couldn't rightly say as I remember.
The burglarizing of the First National is big news in the Arkham press. The Burnham lad must be one of your prime suspects. Any luck tracing his whereabouts?
No. That'd be a matter for the Order.
The Order? Isn't this a matter for the police?
Yup. That too.
Who is the Order?
Them's that look after affairs there in Innsmouth. And you'd mind your business not to be asking too many questions.
Okay. Something tells me this guy is not the sharpest knife in the drawer, is he?
I'd get more juice out of a stiff. He's nothing more than a thug, and I don't feel like pushing my luck.
Okay. What else we got around here? Haulage company?
It won't budge.
What down here? Any doors?
It won't open.
Nope. Okay. Okay, so there's a strange organisation in town called the Order. Oh, God, who are you?
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Just leave me be, stranger.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
I can't be seen talking to you.
Okay. That's a hint that there's something a bit weird. What about you?
Do you know the Burnham lad?
Oh.
He worked on...
say I noticed what you're saying, stranger.
I've told him nothing.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that didn't sound good, did it?
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
Can't help you.
Everyone seems very obstructive. What's this here? This big building. Esoteric Order of Dagon.
Seems this grandiose structure is the Esoteric Order of Dagon. It's the only building in Innsmouth that doesn't look like it's about to collapse. It must serve some significant purpose. Seems this grandiose structure is the Esoteric Order of Dagon. It won't open.
Okay. Strange building, that. Something weird going on, clearly. Oh, hello. Got another police line over here.
Evening, Constable.
Constantly, I'm busy. No time for talking to strangers.
I'm Detective Jack Walters. I've been hired by the regional manager of the First National.
And I'm Constable Burke, and I'm the law around these parts, and I'm still not talking to you. Now get lost.
Okay. Oh. Alright, he's wandering off.
He either doesn't know nothing, or isn't going to tell me nothing. Whichever, it won't help my case.
Okay, that's the fast... I nearly said the First National Grocery Store. Have I talked to you?
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
You're in the wrong place, asking the wrong questions, outsider.
Yep, everyone so far, they're all hinting at the same thing.
It won't open.
They don't like me being here. Okay, that's the Gilman Hotel, lies, over there. Doesn't look like a nice building, does it?
It won't budge. It won't open.
Don't mind me, you lot. Just sort of testing doors. Okay, we'll go that way in a second, but first I want to actually explore some of the town.
It's the First National Grocery Store. It's a crime scene. The local law enforcement has blocked the main entrance. It's the First National Grocery Store.
Okay, so that is probably what we're going to need to investigate fairly soon then. Oh. I think I just heard... Oh god, jeez. God. They are so creepy, these people. These men. Just stand there looking at you with those freaky eyes.
It won't budge.
You should be picking up on this, everybody. These people don't look right. I mean, look at them. Physically, they're strange looking. I mean, like, what about you? Oh yeah, you're just as strange looking as the rest of them. Oh boy. Oh god, jeez. You have to do that, mate.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
I can't be seen talking to you.
Okay, you're just gonna do that then. Very well. Let's look around the town then. First National Grocery, South Street, Town Square that way. Please don't look at me like that. You're a bit creepy.
It won't open.
Doors.
It won't budge.
Hang on, what's this down here? A big gate? Let's go to a warehouse or something?
It won't open.
Gosh. This town has such an interesting look to it. I mean, I've said this before in, I think, the first episode. What are you doing? You're just rooting through a bin.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
Stop pestering me, stranger.
Okay. As I was saying, in the first episode I mentioned that obviously...
The normal-looking
Oh.
folk of this town are terrified of something. They just won't talk to me.
Yeah, they're terrified of all the freaky-looking people, Jack. But as I was saying in the first episode, you know, the graphics of this game are dated now, because obviously this came out in 2006, but even so, I still really love the look of this game. It still has a certain charm to it. You know, there's no over-the-top constructions. Everything is very grungy and earthy and has that old-timey film grain quality that gives it just that very distinct look. Oh, what do we got down here? Washington Street. Those windows on the ground? Okay. Oh.
It won't budge.
Who's this guy?
In the Solins, Gallons, miles. Ah, my boys. These
Oh, God.
are the joys of the noble
You're doing it as well.
and the brave, who love a life in the tempest strife, in the home of the mountain wave. When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his gong, and the whirlwinds battle out.
Something tells me this guy's a bit drunk.
Ha ha! Do you think that's the valiant shrink? No, we were bold and brave, and we love the fight in the wind. Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok! That be my name, though too few years it now. Zadok Allen!
Do you know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Oh, hey up.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
Okay. First puzzle. Find this guy some alcohol and he'll give us information.
If you pardon my asking, have you lived here in this port all your life?
Last 37 years in old lady Warren's house.
Now the poorhouse.
Before that, over by fishing cannery. Cannery.
Old Lady Warren's? You live in the town poorhouse?
Go and fetch me a bottle of something to wet old Zadok's whistle, and I'll tell you all.
What can you tell me about Innsmouth?
Just fetch me a bottle of fine liquor, young fella, and I'll tell you all.
A seedy-looking bar called The Garden. Unfortunately, it's shut. It won't budge.
Okay.
The
So-
timbers creak
Nope.
and the sea bursts.
The old drunkard knows something. I don't think it would take much to get his tongue wagging.
God. Jeez. Oh, man. Okay, so we have our first little quest line of sorts going on here, but I think it may be time to wrap this episode up. I actually lost track of how long I've been recording for. Probably about a good 10 or 15 minutes at least. Maybe as many as 20. So what I'm going to do is head back to the Gilman Hotel, to that save point. I will save there, and then in the next episode I will resume my exploration of the main town. Ultimately we have to go down there, but we're not going to do that yet, because if I remember correctly, there's various stuff you can find before you go down there, just around the back streets and things like that, so it always pays to have a look. We'll also have to talk a bit more to this guy, Constable Birch. Stay back. You freak. Jeez. Ugh. Those of you who obviously might have read The Shadow over Innsmouth will know that there is definitely something wrong with the townspeople, but we're not going to spoil what. I'm just going to go in here, shut the door, cut all of them off, and save the game. But yes, episode 4, I think I'll just save over my previous one. There we go. In episode 4 we will continue our exploration of the back streets and the main streets and all that, and just, you know, find what information is there. Because, you know, as I've said previously, this is a detective game. You have to take your time, you have to examine things. It's not just a survival horror. So yes, hope you're enjoying from episode 4, and in the meantime, this is John Red signing off. Goodbye. Whoa, Jesus Christ! Holy shit! Fucking hell! Bloody hell, that did like 1,000,000 damage! This better not be a... Whoa! Shit! No! Oh my fucking god! How many... What? Holy shit!